Welcome everyone to Pentakill Season 3 Week 9 Voidwalkers versus the Ionian Blade Dancers. I am your host, DepressionMain. I will not be joined by anybody on the desk today, but I wanted to get this video uploaded as quickly as possible for you guys to see the results of last night's game. We had some technical issues, and most of them were not resolved, but I'll be doing my best. So here we go. So what we do see in the early part of this game, Voidwalkers and Ionian Blade Dancers are a full stack. So the Voidwalkers, we have Zergrush Joe top lane, Box jungle, Mr. Nine Rain in mid lane, Abstract, and Kraken Skulls will be the bot lane pair for them. Ionian Blade Dancers have Bridgehan top lane, Thomas Edison jungle, Jellyfish in the mid lane, Sly Little Fox and Black's LOL are going to be their bot lane duo. Early game, we do see the Voidwalkers here with a little cheeky invade to sort of start us off. They grab a little bit of vision in the topside jungle. Nothing too extravagant. And then the Ionian Blade Dancers just 5-stacking here to sort of alleviate some of that early pressure. Now, this game has some pretty significant playoff implications because if the Voidwalkers win, we will have a three-way tie for the 5th and 6th seed, which means that we will be playing a round robin, assuming that the Voidwalkers are able to claim victory here. All the teams would be tied at 4 and 5. Very significant implications for the Freljord Frostguard, who would also be pulled into this. With that, let's get right into the matchups. So the Garen from Zergrush Joe, I love. I have had some of the most fun casting those games out of any of them involved so far this season. Brian on the set is actually a surprise pick from the draft. He swapped last second with Jer there. Um, I think Box on the Jarvan is an excellent pick for the Voidwalkers. He's really strong in team fights as well as ganks with him. Thomas Edison on the Hecarim, I believe, is a little out of character. He usually likes to play into those playmakers. Lots of punchies happening here. Do not play the drinking game. I will probably be uploading this in the afternoon, and the level of day drunk that you will get if you take a shot every time that I say punch is probably unacceptable in society today. A little bit of engage here and there, lots of punches being thrown back and forth, a little bit of damage all over the map. Like as we're going into this, every lane gets a little scrappy here. I love Jill picking the Vel'Koz here, even though it did cause all sorts of issues for the cast. His VGU just botching all the replays. The Box coming in here with a quick gank, but Jellyfish going to be able to sidestep away from that. Nine Rain on the Vex, huge playmaking potential, lots of damage, AoE, all that good stuff. We know that he is a proponent of typically assassins, so it's a little bit out of character for him. Brian taking a lot of damage from these minions. Abstract on the Jinx, I would have maybe rather seen him on the Caitlyn because he has been so dominant on that character so far, but we'll see what happens there. Sly Little Fox playing the Vayne. I love to see him temper himself a little bit here. He's so aggressive, and if he manages to pick some kills up early, he could be rather potent early, later on. Kraken Skulls on a nice comfort champion. Jer on a super interesting flex pick with the Tom Kench. Makes for a very versatile disengage ability. Another engage here onto Abstract. Sly Little Fox doing a lot of damage. Heal and flash burned there. He's going to get out. Kraken Skulls looking for something. Doesn't find it. Jer going to punish him a little bit for that, but actually ends up taking a beating. Oh my goodness. Lots of punches coming out of Abstract right there. That false health, though, is going to be able to save Jer, I believe. Yeah, there he goes. Back up to a healthy amount. Not too much to talk about so far in the game. Thomas Edison with a gank here onto Nine Rain, who is going to be forced out of lane. No flash. There's the flash late. Jarvan's coming in. More fighting in the bot lane. Nothing comes of anything mid or bot lane there. Nine Rain taking a lot of damage. Cerberus Joe and Brian sharing some punchies in the top lane. Little bit of shenaniganery here early on. Let me just pull up some numbers here for you. Everybody did manage to buy items. Hecarim already with the Sheen reset. Nyra taking a lot of damage here, and Jellyfish is looking for first blood as bot lane gets 3-man engaged. Jellyfish does manage to pick up that first blood. Bot lane is on the run. Jer in trouble here as Abstract's going to pick that one up. Kraken Skull's missing the hook, so Sly Little Fox is going to get away. A lot of bit of action right there. Bring us back to directed cam in a second as Dragon is going to go over to the Voidwalkers, it looks like. Trying to stay off vision there so that they don't know that we're doing it. Lots of damage coming down onto Jellyfish there. In about a minute here, I am going to have to pause because every time that Vel'Koz ults, we do have to reset everything, which is rather unfortunate, but we will lose about 45 seconds worth of footage off of that, but I'll cover everything that happens in those 45 seconds in great detail for you guys. A little bit of a lull in the action, so I personally love the team comp coming out of IB. So many engage tools with Set and Hecarim, and so many disengage tools with Tahm Kench as well as Vayne. Top lane is going to be super influential this game because we have seen Zergrush Joe have pop-off games where he just destroys entire games by himself, with those big Garanos. And we've also seen Brian pop off. And there's 9-Rain getting absolutely deleted. The game's going to crash here, so I will be right back. All right, I am back at it again. It was probably only a second for you guys, but for me it's been a few minutes. I had to try and figure out where the VOD comes back in. So what happened in our short time that was away? Jill does manage to pick up that kill onto 9-Rain, securing a 2-0 lead there and now having a bounty. And she also catches up in CS by a significant margin. J4 also starts his comeback on CS. He has been quite a bit down on the Hecarim so far this game, and just so manages to sort of make that a less than 10 lead there. So what we are seeing in that 45-second split here is bot lane. It looks like J4 is going to move from his red buff over to this fight. Hecarim is doing Gromp up here, might try something onto Zergrush Joe, and Jill took a nice little reset, whereas 9-Rain is already back in lane, ready for some shenaniganery. So I'll bring us back to directed cam and get us right back into that action. And taking a look at the gold differences here, everyone's pretty even. A little bit of an edge here in the bot lane, a big edge here in the mid lane, even, and then a little edge in the top lane here. So coming up to about 600 in favor of Ionia. So let's get right back into it. I believe it's going to bring us right down to the bot lane fight here as Kraken Skulls is engaging on Jer. Slido Fox pushes Kraken Skulls away to buy him some time. Abstract doing quite a bit of damage with those Jinx rockets. Lots of hook. Oh, there it is. J4 coming down. Going to secure that one for the Voidwalkers. Looks like Hecarim going instead to grab more of the topside camp as 9-Rain is moving down towards bot lane to see if we can get some action here. 9-Rain moving in on Sly Little Fox. Sly Little Fox fleeing, trying to make himself some space, but the tissue box going to narrow his area of escape. The flash forward is not necessary. 9-Rain picks it up with an auto attack. Kraken Skull is unnecessarily taking that tower, but it looks like they're going to get a lot out of it. Thomas Edison here to punish top side of the map as Zergrush Joe is a little bit too far forward for his own liking. Brian doing some damage. Thomas Edison doing a bunch. Tower manipulation, excellent done there. Thomas Edison not going to fall to the tower, and Zergrush Joe is going to be picked up for the Ionian Blade Dancers. That's set now 2-0 to match Jill. He will not be outdone this game. Some bot side jungle going over to the tissue box, catching up even further. Looks like some pings coming down onto Jill here. We might see a little bit of action there in a moment. Brian taking some plates. Nymar taking some damage. Box coming in, getting the knockup. Jellyfish in trouble. Barrier comes out. Is not going to be enough. It doesn't look like. Nope. Shut down. Goes on to Nine Rain, and a Jinx Rocket passes through just to let her know that she wasn't actually getting out of there. Good job, Abstract, trying to get that huge Jinx ult kill. But lots of punchies in the mid lane there. It should be noted that the Ionian Blade Dancers are in fact 4-4 right now. If they win this game, they will secure their 5th seed spot in playoffs, bringing Freljord Frostguard to 6th seed over the Voidwalkers. Voidwalkers are currently 3-5, but we all know, as I've mentioned before, this game has huge playoff implications. If the Voidwalkers do win, there will be a round robin played, and I hope to cast that one for you guys as well. Ooh, a little bit of a scuffle here over the crab. Looks like the tissue box going to pick that one up, and Hecarim's in trouble as Zergrush Joe, a known horse killer with the Garen, picks that one up for his first kill of the game. Good for you, Zergrush Joe. A little bit of a lull. We could take a look. Gold has now swung in favor of the Voidwalkers here. Very interesting to see them starting to make plays and working together very, very well as a team. And I think that they had a rough early season, but they've really pulled it back, especially in the middle to late weeks here, to just, show that they're ready to go to playoffs. They want, they're hungry to stay in it, and you know, they want to force this round robin. Looks like a lot of people are setting up for something here. A little bit of punchies happening in the top lane. Gotta love it. Zergrush Joe getting the worst of that one, but Garen and Set Regen are both pretty nuts. Looks like we might have a little skirmish in the bot lane here. Nope, guess not. Jarvan on his way to the bot lane. That might mean something for uh, him as Dragon has spawned. They're trying to get Prio for it. Zergrush Joe taking another little bit of chunk of health off of the Brian there. Engage from Black's LOL as 4 members of the Voidwalkers are here. Dash forward from the tissue box. Abstract flashes backwards. Ooh, the Jarvan ult to separate them. The Jinx Rocket's going to pick up the Vayne. That is absolutely huge for them. Double kill for Abstract as he picks up the Tahm Kench as well. Excellent Jarvan ult right there. Herald is coming down to grab those plates partway through. In about 20 seconds here, we are going to disconnect again as we have some technical issues coming up. But Brian doing lots of damage to Zergrush Joe. Zergrush Joe's going to fall, and Dragon's going to go over to the Voidwalkers here as Jill's looking to pick up Nine Rain. But we will pause it as some things happen here. Yep, so before it crashes on us, I just grab it there. So Voidwalkers do manage to pick up this dragon. I'll pull up the scoreboard for everybody so you can take a look at that before we go into our little break here. So bot lane 3-0-1 on Abstract. He has been absolutely performing super well in the past few games. I love to watch him play, and he's just escalating himself into a position where he can hard carry this game. Nine Rain obviously doing rather well for being first blood as well. He is now 2-2-2. 7 KP on the Jarvan from the tissue box. That's 100%. And I think that goes to show you how staple he is on this team comp. 3-0, Brian. Can we talk about this? We can. He has solo killed just about every top laner in the league, no matter who he goes up against. Now with a Hull Breaker first item is going to be even more dangerous in that side lane. We see one mythic on the G4, but no other mythics just yet. Jill did pick up the Dark Seal just in case she starts popping off, and based on this ult, she might be coming up right after the short break that I have to take. The 0-5 bot lane combo between Sly Little Fox and Jerbear there is looking rough, but you never know what happens with them, because 2 kills onto a Vayne at, 14 minutes could be really scary. And Tahm Kench is going to be good, whether he's been dead or not. He's just such a good wall, and once you start combining him with that set, that Hecarim, they're going to be real hard to eat through. So lots of work to be cut out for us. I will jump to the next clip as soon as I can, and I'll be right back with you guys to walk you through what happened. All right, everybody, I am back and at it again here with the Voidwalkers versus IB game. I know that it's probably only been a second for you guys, but it has been a few minutes for me as I get all the footage sort of compiled here. So what actually happened in that fight was after Nine Rain recovered from his crowd controlling from Jill, he just walked over, feared her, knocked her out of the ult, and then killed her. Everybody got an assist on it. I'm sorry, he didn't kill her. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So everybody but Joe gets an assist on the kill there. And then we also noticed that J4, in the time that we've been gone, has overtaken the Hecarim on CS finally with a very nice 69 there. Um, yeah, I think that's everything that happened off screen with the second Vel'Koz ult there crashing the game. So we are now 8-5 in favor of the Voidwalkers with a 2K gold lead. Yeah, let's just hop right back into the action. So we see them sieging the mid tower here. Hex flash forward. Nautilus going to hook that. Abstract manages to pick up an alt kill onto Jill there as they are going to crash some plates here with that as well. Abstract just absolutely huge, both monetarily and I guess physically in this game. 4-0-2 now, just massive as he takes Jill's life there. Decision Box getting spotted out, going to be forced back into his jungle by the Hecarim there. Brian, Thomas Edison, and Jer are ready to destroy Nine Rain's career as they are on top of him. He's running for his life. Does he get away with it? He's on the blast plant. He wants something. He forces Jer away from him. Thomas Edison still running at him. The fear might come down. There it is. The fear forces the Hecarim away, but Hecarim's so fast. There's no way you get away from this, Mr. Nine Rain. And there it is. Thomas Edison going to pick that one up with a assist over to Black's LOL, aka our Jer Bear. We love you. And looks like Jared just gets a little taste of Kraken there. Speaking of Kraken, we have some more punchies happening onto the Krugs. Now 13 minutes into this game, we see a nice 9-6 score in favor of the Voidwalkers. Kraken Skull's looking to defend tower here as Jer and Zergrush Joe are also converging. Flash away from Brian, maybe a little early, but, better safe than sorry. Looks like Hecarim is looking for something here as he does his wolves to try and keep up with the J4, who has been rather rapidly expediting himself in gold. He still has 100% KP on that J4, and that is going to be incredibly significant for his gold count. I'll give you guys a look at that right now. So as we can see, J4 with about a 1K gold lead. Brian with about a 2K gold lead. That's pretty big. A little engage here from Kraken Skulls as we have him looking like he's going to be all alone in that endeavor. That's going to go over to the Vayne, and that's exactly what you want if you're IB. Get kills onto Vayne. They're watching where Jinx is moving. Jill getting shot up a little bit here, rooted, but I don't think anything's going to come of that. Thomas Edison looking to protect her with his pony charge. Gotta watch out for the cavalry. Lot of bodies coming up in the top lane. Brian, you might be in trouble with the tissue box behind you. Zergrush Show in front of you. Zergrush Show is a known Garen ulter, and J4 doing quite a bit of damage here. Oh, a perfectly timed Garen ult doesn't allow for Set to grab that shield. Absolutely massive from Zergrush Joe here, and that is going to escalate him to 2 and 3. And Brian's shutdown goes over to him as well. That was big for him. That is going to even out the gold quite a bit there for top lane difference there. So back to the gold differences, about 400 in favor of 9 Rain. Nothing too big, nothing unsurmountable at this point in the game. And about 2K in favor of Abstract, who is playing out of his mind right now. 4-0-2, big shutdown available. Thomas Edison engaging on Zergrush Joe, who flashes away. to safety. He is a known horse killer, but perhaps not with a tower there. 10-7 now in favor of the Voidwalkers. It is looking good for their playoff chances as we see it now. Towers have been uh, pretty untouched this game. We lost one on the top side, one on the bot side, but nothing too significant. A little bit of engage here. We are probably about to see a jellyfish ult, which means that we are about to have to. Yep, there it is. So I will be right back with the rest of this game as big ults coming down. I'll run you through everything that happened in the time skip here, as this is gonna crash. You'll love to see it. I'll be right back for you guys. All right, welcome back everyone to the Voidwalkers IB game. You guys probably haven't missed any time, but I have. So we did miss that last big team fight, unfortunately, because the Vel'Koz VGU has been bugging everything. So let me run you down through what happened. The Jinx rocket comes out of the abstract from mid lane. He manages to rocket in, and it blows up just Jill, killing her instantly. The set kills Garen, and Hecarim runs down Vex. And then, while everything is happening, uh, to that, Jinx is sort of moving into the fight still, and so Set comes out of the river here and just punches her to death. Uh, so we do see the shutdown go on to Set here. He is now huge at 5-1 and 1. We do have 5-1-2 onto the Jinx, picking up some assists there. Game is a lot more even now, so we have a 600 gold lead in favor of the Voidwalkers. They do just pick up this dragon at the last moment here. Lots of vision on it, but J4 is unable to contest that against 3. Um, Kraken Skull's also surviving in that fight, but a little bit messy involved there. I think Jill is the only Blade Dancer to fall. Now we have 2 shutdowns available on Brian and Thomas Edison on our big bruisery boys. Uh, so unfortunately, we are not going to have a very long clip before I'm going to have to move on to the next one. So I'll just get us right into it, bring us to directed cam here. The Ionian Blade Dancers in pretty good shape here as a bunch of their mythics are coming through. We see a bunch of gold falling onto the right players here as Sly Little Fox is starting to alleviate. 2,000 gold doesn't mean as much at 3 items as it does at 1 item. Herald gonna be spawned here in the mid lane. Tower's gonna go down here, not contested by the Ionian Blade Dancers. It looks like the Voidwalkers are looking to grab 2. However, there's a Vel'Koz ult, so you know me, I'm gonna have to pause us right there and bring us back in a few seconds here. So I will be right back with you guys. All right, it's only been a few seconds for you guys, so nothing happened. It's been 20 seconds since the Vel'Koz ult went off. The Herald did manage to crash into the tower, but everybody decided to go their own separate ways after that. So nothing happened. Nothing changes. Nothing matters here. So we'll get right back to it. We'll give you guys a look at the items here. Nobody died. Nobody got anything significant there. So, just some vision getting set up by both teams. Looking at the game here, we still have 100% kill participation on the Jarvan. To Tissue Box absolutely running a clinic in these fights, so he is getting his entire gold worth and also getting his carries fed. You love to see that. Especially with how widespread out these are. Nine Rain looking to go in on Jellyfish, blowing her up instantly. The Jinx Rocket coming in a little late to tag Jer there. Jer taking a lot of damage. He's a little caught out. Kraken Skull's coming in here to crowd control him a little bit. Nine Rain doing a lot of damage, but the little bloopity bloop swim through the land like Jesus would gets Jer Bear out of there. So we are looking at first kill in a few minutes there. That is going to land on Nine Rain, who is looking to expedite his team into the playoffs here. Now a 2K gold lead once again. Abstract picking up the red buff. You love to see that. Hoping for some more huge Abstract kills this season. I know he'll be on my highlight reels. Abstract getting spotted out there. Brian doesn't care, but Nine Rain here. Ooh, 4 members of the team just gonna punch Brian. Brian looking to get something to try and get out of there. The shield comes down, but it is not gonna be enough as the tissue box picks up his second kill. He does not have 100% KP anymore. He was not involved on that 9 rain kill onto Jill there. So, interesting, interesting, interesting. As 4 members of the Ionian Blade Dancers decide to push mid, Zergrush Joe grabbing top lane against the push there, as well as the rest of the team from the Voidwalkers grabbing bot in the bot second tier tower here. I love to see this. So they are going to crash down here. It looks like Jill's going to be up to respond to somebody with this back as she comes in. However, I am hairline trigger on this pause button. There it is. There it is. I knew she was gonna do it. So she's gonna ult right here. It looks like the Ionian Blade Dancers are gonna get this tower here during our downtime. It looks like Zergrosho might get this tower during our downtime, and I'm sure we will see something with this right here happening. So, Riot Games, please fix the VGU with Spectate. It is breaking the game. Look at how cool that move is now, though. It's definitely derivative of the hitbox it has, and Nine Rain is getting absolutely melted for like the 11th time. Uh, his health bar doesn't show it, but I can't show you how much damage he's taking because otherwise it'll crash the game on us. So, yeah. It looks like these guys are fighting to end the game in a very similar fashion to their FF game, this time with Zergrustio pushing top lane. But they are base racing against, it looks like 3 members of the Ionian Blade Dancers that maybe they shouldn't be base racing against. We'll see. Brian is on the way in, so we will see the aftermath in just a few seconds. I'll be right back, guys. Start recording. All right, guys. I am back at it again. So this is actually the very first moment that I could get it without crashing. So a lot has clearly happened here with 5 Voidwalkers looking to knock down the Nexus here. A lot of the animations don't look quite correct, so these inhibs are still standing. This one is not standing. So what happened? Over here, Hecarim based. Set had already been back, we know that. So Hecarim based, Vayne grabs both of these, Tahm Kench and Hecarim based together. They show up here, they decide to fight here. But when they show up, Set has already been killed by Jinx. The rest of the team dove on to Jellyfish. Jinx also gets that kill. Jinx picks up a third in Hecarim when he shows up. Jerbear just barely escaping. Sly Little Fox shows up now to sort of alleviate this pressure. Jer's all healed up. Set's about to respawn, so we might see some shenaniganery happen there. Pretty much what we know about this is that Joe also managed to grab this, came over, made an influence here, got his assist, and then we are looking at 2 Nexus towers down. This inhib is down, and they're looking to take the Nexus here and force the roundabout. So the round robin rather. So if they're able to take the Nexus here in the next few seconds, we'll definitely have a tiebreaker for Freljord, Frostguard, Ionian Blade Dancers, and the Voidwalkers here. So let's see what happens. I'm going to play it in slow motion because I don't 100% know what's going to happen here. So let's get it going. Sly Little Fox looking for something to tissue box Kraken Skulls, and 9rain all pretty badly hurt. Zergrush Joe slapping on the Nexus. Jer is going to slap around here as Set comes in with the ult, manages to pick up 1, manages to pick up 2. Zergrush Joe and Abstract still available. Abstract actually going to take the time to kill Sly Little Fox here before focusing down the Nexus, and they are in fact going to force us into a round robin. GG's all around. I'll pause it there. So we do have a Voidwalkers victory here. The tissue box managing to keep his perfect game this time. Absolutely stunning performance from him. And the Ionian Blade Dancers unable to overcome the Voidwalkers here. So they will be forced into the, I guess, best of two situation where the teams will compete. If those three teams end up all going 1-1, which is possible, the winners will be determined based on time of victory. So if the team member, like if Ionian Blade Dancers wins in 18 minutes and Voidwalkers wins in 20 minutes, and then Freljord Fosgard wins in 22, then the two quicker teams would be seeds 5 and 6 for our playoffs, and only one will be eliminated. So those three teams are looking at more games either this week or next. Look forward to that. I'm looking forward to casting that. Overall, I'm going to have to give MVP to Abstract. He put on an excellent performance, going 9, 1, and 4. Absolutely outstanding. He did get his triple kill as well as multiple cross-map ultimates to land. Honestly, I think the only other person that could be considered here is the Tissue Box, who also put on an absolutely astounding performance. But yeah, Abstract, GG, Voidwalkers win. And I will see you guys next time on hopefully a much easier cast. GG's, everybody.